Hey friend, how would you like to start thinking like a strategic genius? What if I told you that anybody can do it? Not just some special people with special brains. What's more, you can learn to do it very fast. All you need is to understand and adopt 5 mental models that will help you think strategically in 2025. Let's dive in. Number 1, inversion. This is one of my favorite strategies, and it's based on this quote by Carl Jung. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is a rebellion. Now you might be thinking, okay, what does that even mean? Let me give you a simple example. Let's say you're trying to find a parking spot in a mall that is completely full. It seems impossible, right? But what if you were to reverse the problem and ask yourself, where would be the easiest place for someone to park and not get in the way of traffic? You might realize that the far end of the lot near the fountain is relatively empty. And by thinking in reverse, you've found the perfect spot. The moral of the story is that sometimes problems are easier to solve when you approach them from the opposite direction. So next time you face a challenge, try inverting the problem and see if it makes it easier to solve. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button because it really helps me out. Number 2, second-order thinking. We live in a world where everyone thinks they know everything about everything. But most people don't think deeply enough about the consequences of their actions. This is why second-order thinking is so important. Edward Zero Wilson, an American biologist, said it beautifully. Anticipate no in first principles, trace the laws bay and inject max variation. Discover the hidden regularities that connect the past, present, and future. Okay, I admit that sounds a bit complicated, but let me break it down for you. Imagine you're planning a vacation with your family. You might decide to book a cheap flight to Orlando, Florida. But before you do, take a moment to think about the second-order effects of this decision. What will the weather be like in Orlando in August? Will there be a lot of rain or maybe a hurricane? How will that affect your plans? By thinking ahead and considering these factors, you can avoid potential problems and make a better decision. So next time you're faced with a choice, take a moment to practice second-order thinking and consider all the possible consequences of your decision. Number 3, best practices. Peter Drucker once said, "There is no such thing as a best practice. There are only practices that are best for a specific situation." Now let's understand this with a real-life example. Let's say you want to lose weight and get healthy. Instead of following random diet programs that your friends have told you about, take some time to understand your own preferences and lifestyle. For example, do you prefer to eat at home or out? Are you more likely to snack when you're bored or when you're stressed? By understanding your habits and preferences, you can develop a weight loss plan that works best for you. Remember, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person may not work for another. So take the time to explore different options and find what works best for you. Number 4, first principles. In today's world, we often take things for granted and assume that things will always stay the same. However, Elon Musk has taught us a valuable lesson with his approach to problem solving. He famously said, "The first principles are derived from the fundamental truths of nature. They are self-evident and require no further proof." Let me explain this with an example. Let's say you're trying to come up with a new business idea. Instead of relying on existing business models and trying to improve upon them, take a step back and think about the fundamental needs of the market. What are people really looking for? What problems are they trying to solve? By understanding the basic principles behind what people want, you can come up with a truly innovative and game-changing idea. Number 5, circle of competence. This mental model is based on the wise words of Charlie Munger, who said, "All I want to know is what's within the circle of my competence, and I'll bet you'll do pretty well if you do that." Now let's apply this to real life. Let's say you're a writer. Don't try to write a novel on a topic you know nothing about. Instead, stick to writing about things you're passionate about and knowledgeable in. That way, you'll be able to produce high-quality work that resonates with readers and stays within your area of expertise. So there you have it. 5 powerful mental models that will help you think like a strategic genius in 2025. Remember, you don't have to be a genius to think like one. You just need to practice these mental models consistently. And don't worry if you can't master them all at once. Just pick one and practice it until it becomes second nature. Over time, you'll find yourself thinking strategically in every aspect of your life. And the best part is that these mental models are incredibly easy to apply and won't cost you a fortune. So go ahead and put them into practice starting today and watch as your strategic thinking skills improve. Thanks for watching.